Hello again, and welcome to parts 13 and 14 of Build the Terminator. Sorry about my sudden ending to the last video. That was because my battery was just about to die, and I thought, well, either I can go away and let it charge for several hours, only to come back and make a 30-second end of video, or I can just rush the end of the video and hope it doesn't run out. So I did the latter, and that's why it seemed a bit rushed. It's time for 13, and this is quite an exciting one for me because we're putting together the other half of the neck, which is then going to join straight onto the bottom of the skull. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. And another part we have, if you can call it a part, is that part. Yes, we're going to start making another finger. My least favourite thing, but we're drawing closer to all 10 digits, I guess, so I suppose that's something good. Okay, the first thing we need to do is take this piece, which is not this piece which you've just got, it's the other piece from a previous part, and we need to put that up that way, and then I need to take this piece and put it into this piece, matching that hole up to that sticking out bit there. I had to pay really close attention because this actually fits on either way around, that way or that way, because the holes do match up and it looks exactly the same either way up. I've had a good read and paid close attention, and it's that way up because it shows there the two holes which are either side. Need to go and screw this in. Alright, I've screwed it in there. Has got quite a lot of wobble again, so what I'm hoping is that once I've got the other side in, that wobble will stop. Doesn't look great, does it? But we'll see. Next, taking the bottom jaw and sliding this from the other end over the top of the bit that comes out of the bottom of the jaw. And then I need to screw that in. I'm still swapping between you, we, I. Confusing. And I'm screwing that in with another one of those little silver screws. Alright, that's on there. And it's really starting to take shape for me already. And we're not even 20 parts in. And now, it's the dreaded glue. They want me to put glue on the pins, that one and that one. Which is going to be awkward because this is really loose and it's going to hit the glue, so I've got to somehow get this top part on fast enough before that bit goes back and hits the glue. That's going to be a little test in itself. Let's do this, and of course you've got to screw the top part and then I've got to screw the bottom part. Okay, I'm not worried anymore. That is solid, no wobble. But this plastic was creaking when I was screwing up the top one, which was worrying me even more than this Terminator potentially killing me. But it seems to have stopped creaking now. So next you need to put on these plates that are there, and to the other side as well. There and there. Okay, it claims that these are push fit. Do I trust that they're going to stay in after just being pushed in after the fingers? Well, do you know what? That's a pretty solid fit. I might just leave that in there, like that. But I might glue the top one because that's right near, potentially, parts that are going to accidentally make contact, maybe? I don't know. I'll certainly be working around this area again, I think. Maybe I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue on the pins and put them into there. But that bit is very solid, I must admit. Okay, I have to admit right now that is a very cool design because you can see obviously what they've done is make that so that you can't see the screw holes that you've just done. And you obviously can see the difference. It's very nice. I like that idea. So I hope they do lots more cool things like that through the rest of the model. But now I'm going to do the other side. Oh, joy of joys, it's time to do another finger. I have to take this piece and stick this on the end of it to make a fingertip. And, oh, this time they give us a little weird plastic sleeve thing to put over one of the pins. It's almost as if they're trying to tell us that maybe it wasn't such a great idea to do it how we did it the first time round. You have to put the sleeve down into these connecting parts, this bit underneath that bit, and they also say to glue the little pin for the fingertip, which they never said before. So, gonna put some glue there, stick that on there, put that finger together, put the pin down, and the little tiny pin, if I can ever get hold of it, up underneath, and then we'll be done. Can you see that, people? See that little piece there? In amongst all the screws? Please don't tell me that's an actual piece of model that we have to do. Please tell me that's accidentally got in there off of something. That is tiny. I'm going to need a microscope to build this thing. Okay, for this increasingly bizarre part, we're going to need this part, which itself looks like a little robot alien thing, and we're going to need a silver bullet there, and then we're going to need a bush. Don't know why that's called a bush. That's the weirdest title I could possibly think of for that. But anyway, you need to put it, or I need to put it on this side of the screw into the top, like so. I then have to fit this bit onto the end of it, just now poking down, and then use one of these really long screws to screw it in with that my camera is not focusing on. But it's one of those. Okay, I've done that. Again, it's one of those weird bits that, or really weird bits that one day it will all make sense, but that day is not today. And then I have to do the same thing again, the other side, because I've got another little arm part. Not sure what I have to do with the shorter one yet. I'll soon find out. Yes, that has to be one of the weirdest procedures I've done so far. They're both dangling away there, looking like maybe a set of wind chimes if I ever want to cancel my subscription, but obviously not going to do that. Okay, this has conveniently left me with one single hole left, so it can only be that one that the last bush goes into, and then the stubby one goes on the last bush. Insert the bush into the hole. I could make all kinds of dodgy jokes about that, but I am not going to do that. Finished my wind chimes, everybody. Aren't they lovely? Imagine that on a nice summer breeze on a Hawaiian beach somewhere. Anyway, it's time to do the finger. Damn. Okay, now we're building up the finger again. Same way as we did all the others. Small pin underneath, small pin on top, small pin underneath. And there we have it, people. That's the whole finger. So now my least favourite part, and time to hope I get it right. Got to attach it to the hand. And there it is, people. I'm not going to lie, had a hell of a job getting that last pin to stick. I had to glue it twice on the pin itself. That didn't work, so in the end I stuck some glue in the hole where the last pin went in. So hopefully that's going to hold there. I'll leave it alone to dry for a while. That brings me to the end of part 14. I hope you have enjoyed watching, but just a point that from now on, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm only making this really as a record for myself, because it's going to be a long journey, even longer than R2-D2. So I'm so far behind everyone else that serves no real purpose as a guide. So having said that, if you would like to ask me anything, if you're building this in 2 years time or whatever, or if they reissue it or anything else, or you managed to subscribe late on, you feel free to ask me any questions and clarify various parts. I shouldn't be touching that hand, and I will answer anything as best I can. But from here on in, It's basically just a nice record for me of everything coming together very gradually and slowly over the months and the years, of course. So that being said, I hope you have enjoyed watching. I've got something in my eye now, and I will meet you back here next time. Whenever next time will be, I do not know, but I'm going to edit the previous two tonight or tomorrow. So who knows when you'll be seeing this, but when you do, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.